There we go. Okay. So we're going to start off in that scorpion position again. So coming down to all fours to start with. Take these out. Can't pivot. My toe separates in. So coming down to all fours. I'm going to bring the elbows down. And then we're going to just pull the elbows back slightly. So we've got that idea of pushing forward with the arms to take the head back between the upper arms. And then bring the left knee into the center to give you a bit more balance and support. And then we're going to drive the right toes up towards the ceiling to start with. So really find that extension of the hip and the pulling the heel to the bottom. So there should be hamstring work involved there. And then you're going to twist open at the hip. So shin parallel to the ceiling. See if you can split the legs a little bit more, really drive back, drive the hips back, up and out. And then we're going to bring the leg forward like we did yesterday. So we untwist, the leg travels forward, the arms straighten, and you bring the shin down on the outside. Sink the hips down, lift the chest. So this was level 2 yesterday. So we're starting here today. Same thing, we're going to pick that leg up. As you go back, the elbows bend, the toes drive to the ceiling, we twist it open. The leg comes back down, we come forward, elbows straighten, shin comes down on the outside of the hand. Same thing, driving backwards, elbows come down, leg goes up, twist open at the hip, and just take a pause there on this third one, and just check that your standing leg, as it were, isn't kind of floating off out to the side. So it wants to be, probably not quite vertical, but it wants to be relatively so. Same thing, leg comes back down, elbows straighten, leg comes back or forward outside over the right hand, dropping the hips, lifting the chest. And then we're going to switch sides. So bring the leg, right leg towards the middle, elbows down, left toes drive towards the ceiling, hit that top point, push back with the arms and then open the hips. Point the hip bones to the floor. As the leg starts to travel through, straighten the elbows, put the shin down and outside. And again, dropping the hips down, lifting the chest. Same thing going back. Drop the elbows, drive the toes up, open the hips. Standing leg relatively straight. And back through, elbows straightening, shin on the outside, drop the hips. One last time, take it back through, drive the toes up, turning the hip out. Hip bones to the floor, straighten the elbows, shin to the outside, chin up, chest up. And take it back. And then from there, we're going to add in just a variation or a different one from yesterday. So you're going to turn over onto your back. So it's a variation on a bridge. Your feet want to be, in my case, just that same distance apart as the mat. So it's quite a wide sensation to have the feet that wide as the mat. And you're going to hover your bottom an inch off the mat. So your hands could be just down by your sides, a little bit wider to give you some support. Hover your bottom an inch off the mat or thereabouts. So we're not that high, okay? And then we're going to drive the knees to the left. So if you go to the left, keeping your bottom an inch off the floor, the right leg is the easier one to bring down, right? It kind of falls inwards. Think about the left one driving down to the floor. So you try to drive both across. And then back up to the ceiling. And then over to the right. Think about taking that right one out to the side as much as possible. Keep your butt off the floor and then bring it home. Just one more each side. So legs go across to the left. You're about trying to get that left knee as close to the floor as you can. And then drive it back through. And obviously coming onto the edges of your feet, don't try and keep your feet flat. Over to the other side. Right knee driving towards the floor. And then bring it back through and drop the hips down. Coming back up for our frog, unload. So big toes together, knees slightly wider than hips, taking the arms out in front. So just our usual one, rounding forward, chin to chest, tail tucked under, round forward, lift the feet, come all the way through, hips lower, chest lifts, squeeze, you can see my feet, squeeze the feet together, pull the heels to your bum, squeeze the glutes, and then rounding back, chin to chest, feet come down, hips come down, 2 more like that, round it forward, lift the chin, lift the chest, squeeze, good, yeah, nice, good, chin to chest, round it back, 1 more time, pulling the floor towards you, and then pushing the floor away to lift the chest, squeeze, 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 chin to chest, and round it back. Coming onto your bottom for our side push-up. So feet are flexed, you're coming onto the side of the foot, that's your break, so keep the foot flexed on the side that you're going to. Let's go single arm. So right hand comes down, left hand sweeps behind, elbow bends in towards the body and the feet split. So ear in front of shoulder towards the mat. And then you're bending that back leg if you wish, and then pushing the floor away, you come back onto both sit bones. Same on the other side, right hand goes down, start to tilt over to the side, hand behind, knee bends, ear and shoulder hovering just off the mat, push the floor away and come back up. If you need the other hand to give you some extra shove, that's fine. Same thing, over we go. And back through center, opposite side. Really trying to split the legs. And back through center, just 1 more each side. And last one. And back through center. And then coming up onto all fours. This is our 3-point knee twist. So I'm going to keep the hands where they are, the elbows as straight as possible. Pick up the knees. And then if we were doing the right leg goes under, the left heel comes down. And you're trying to bring your shin close to the floor. Pivot back through center. So going to the left, right heel comes down. Take a look back at your toes. And back through center, and just 1 more each side, pivot one way, and then the other. And back through center, and release. Good, good. All right, so we're back to our scorpion, so we're gonna add on. So that point at which we're usually here and we bring the shin through, this time we're gonna bring it so it comes up high on the arm. So just like the beast reach, which we're going to play with later anyway. So same thing, all fours, elbows down, elbows slightly back towards your body, left knee towards center, right toes drive towards the ceiling, open the hips, pushing back. As the leg travels back through, you're going to come out to the side. And I get my rid of my frog in my throat. So elbow straighten, the leg comes out to the side, and it's going to come as high up the arm as you can. You know, press the knee into the elbow into the knee, and then lift the gaze forward. Yeah, same thing to go back. Elbows drop, toes to the ceiling, open at the hip, left leg nice and straight, or as there is near as damn it vertical. As the leg comes down, straighten the elbows, break to the outside, traveling forward, so my shoulders are past my wrists, pressing elbow to knee, knee to elbow, lift the gaze, and then drive it back, elbows down, toes to ceiling. Open the hip. Last one. Coming forward, lifting the knee as far up the elbow or the upper arm as you can. Lift the gaze, and then take it back to center to switch to the other side. So right leg slightly towards midline, left knee driving up towards the ceiling. Open the hip to the side. As the leg comes back down, start to straighten the elbows, travel forward. The knee as high on the arm as possible. Lift the gaze, drive it back, drop the elbows, keep traveling backwards, lift the foot to the ceiling, and then split the legs, twisting at the hip. As the leg travels back down, you travel forward, the elbows straighten, and the knee comes outside, high as possible, finishing with the gaze, and then drive it back. This is your last one. Toes to the ceiling, press back, open. As the leg comes down, you travel forward, bringing the leg round and high, lift the gaze, and then release and come back to center. So turning over. So this time, with our bridge, you've got that option of staying an inch off the floor and try to get that outside knee down, or you could come up higher. So the thing that I would say, it's like any other bridge, there's a tendency to come up and your bottom be dangling. Yeah, you've got to find that neutral spine, so open at the hips. So the easiest way to get that is to tuck the tailbone under slightly before you even start, then lift up, hold at the top, your feet are wider than the mat or as wide as the mat. And then the same thing, we're going to go to the left. So you're going to keep the hips as high as you can. Don't worry too much about the right leg, think more about the left leg coming down towards the floor and then back through center. You might get cramp in your hamstrings. And then over to the other side, think about driving the right knee down towards the floor, try to keep your hips up, keep the tuck, and then back through center, hips high again. Over to the left, and to the outside edge of the foot, and back through center, nice and high, squeeze the glutes, over to the right, outside leg, as close to the floor as you can, and then back through center, and then release it down. Coming up into our frog unload. So we're going to do the nose skimming the floor version. So I find with this, I was teaching it in person on Saturday to in a workshop. I find with this, there's a lot to do with where your elbows go, and it feels really awkward because your hands are pointing forward. So if it helps to bring the hands almost like that kind of position, which helps the elbows go out. Because if you watch, as I come forward, my elbows need to go out to the side, skimming the floor, and then to here, in order for me to skim my nose all the way and up, right? So it just depends on your hand position a little bit, as well as the elbows, right? So have a play with hand position is basically what I'm saying. Don't feel like you need to kind of be welded in place. So starting off as usual, knees wide, toes together, hands reaching forward. So this time, the nose is going to skim the floor. You're pulling the floor towards you. The elbows go wide. Nose skims, chest skims, feet come up. At the point at which you're going to do the push-up, your chest is parallel to the floor and your elbows are close to you. It's like a normal push-up. Squeeze the feet, pull them in, lift the chest. Do you want to try going back the same way? So you bend the elbows in and then take them wide to skim the nose back along the floor. Hey, nicely done. Yeah, brilliant. Right, so you've cracked it. I had loads of people kind of collapsing on the faces at the weekend, so that looked pretty good. Go again, nose skimming the floor, and then push chest up. You go back exactly the same way. If you could come here, you can go back. So bend the elbows, take them wide, push back, and release. One more time, pull it forward, push up. Good, and then skim the nose back along the floor to take it back. And release, nicely done, good. Not an awful lot else we can add to this single leg push, single arm side push up at the moment. So let's keep it just the same for now. So if we're going to the left, left hand comes down, Right arm goes back, leg splits, bend, and then just pause in this horrible position and just see if you could take that top leg or knee back any further. And then back through to center. We'll go the other way. So bending the elbow, splitting the legs, hand and arm go back, hand and arm and leg go back, and then push that back knee even further. Back. Yeah, back through center. Couple more, one each side. Back through center, and last one. Yeah, back through center. Good, good, good. Okay, so this is where I'm going to vary it a little bit and get rid of my mat. So we're going to play with Scorpion, because most of that warm-up really leads into Scorpion quite nicely. So Scorpion, we've done it in the past. It's the one where you usually touch the wrist and then drive all around. We're going to do it slightly different today. We're going to do it from Beast. So we're going to go from a knee hover. If I demonstrate on the right knee is going to turn in, so I could lead with my toes, push the floor away, the leg comes up and around, you split the legs, you're pushing your hands forward so your ears come between your upper arms. So high heel, bent knee, shin to ceiling. It comes back the same way, out to the side, leading with the knee, and then back in. And the reason why we're doing it like this is because then we can lead it into a side kick through. Yeah, so it could go up and it can come straight back through into a side kick through, at which point your head goes, bah. I like it, it's a nice movement. Right, so let's try it on the left. So make sure that your hands are under your shoulders, but your knees are level with your belly button. Toes are tucked, hover the knees. So let's go left leg, Scorpion reach. So you're gonna pick up your left foot, turn the toes out and point them. Start to push the floor away, straightening the right leg. The left leg comes up and around. When you finish, your right heel is turned out slightly, it's lifted, and your right knee is bent. You push the floor away so that your ears are between your upper arms. We come back the same way, so the foot pivots so the heel is straight. The leg comes out to the side, leading with the knee this time. The right knee has to bend as you come back down to Beast and you put the left foot down. Got it? It's horrible doing them slow. It's a lot easier doing them quicker. So we'll do one more slow on the other side, and then we'll take it into an under switch, into a single, to side kick through. So same thing, hover the knees, pick up your right foot, point the toes, turn the toes out, knee in, start to push the floor away, straightening the left leg, driving the right knee out, around and over. The left heel pivots out slightly, high heel, bent knee, shin parallel to the ceiling, push the floor away. Big stretch, big work, straight arms, and then coming back down the same way, starting to bend the left knee as the right knee comes out to the side, leading with the knee this time, all the way down and back to Beast. And then you can drop your knees. Okay, so very quickly then, I'll turn this way. So remember your side kick through is in that cross shape, it's 90 degrees, right? So if I'm 12 and 6, head at 12, feet at 6, my kick is 3 and 9. So if I'm here and I'm doing a right leg Scorpion reach into a right leg side kick through. So I've got to come back past Beast in order to take that under switch, drop in the back heel, and then be able to kick. Coming back through, we're going to pivot back to Beast, and then we'll go on the other side. So just have a play with it. Yeah, you've done both. Oh, it's just a matter of getting your angles right. So here we go. Make sure your knees are towards your belly button or under the line of your belly button. Let's go right leg, Scorpion reach. So hover the knees, pick up the right foot, toes pointed, drive it up and around. Find that top point, hold. And then from there, we're going to go into a right leg side kick through. So same thing, it comes back around. You pass through Beast, pivot the left foot, drop the heel, Make sure the toes are towards each other, and then kick on that right angle. So you're kicking at either 3 or 9, depending which way you're facing. And then we're going to pivot back to beast and drop the knees. Right, how did we do? We've got a thumbs up so far? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to get you to do it on the other side, and I'm just going to watch, right? So I can just see where you're up to, because I've only got 2 of you this morning, which is great. It means I can kind of see what everybody's doing. So don't be shy, off you go. Up your knees, so left leg this time. Oh. So left leg scorpion reach, drive with the toes up and around, push the floor away, push the floor away. Nice, high heel, bent knee, turn the heel out slightly. Marvelous. And then you're going to come down from there into a left leg side kick through. Pass through beast, nicely done. That's it, pull the elbow high. Yes, well done. Brilliant, and then pivot back through to beast. Good, not wrong with that, not wrong with that. I appreciate, the arm is the tricky one, isn't it? It's, let me see if I can get into position. So if I'm side kicking in this direction here, so my leg is turned out, my toes are pointed, my elbow is high up, and it's, you can see that better. It's pulling it opposite my toes. So you could draw a straight line down from my elbow to my toes, and what that enables you to do is twist the body open. So it's opening all this, so you get that rotation eventually. Don't need to worry about it now, but think this kind of action. Elbow high, my back of my hand is close to my face, but not touching. That's it. Yeah, you've got it. Yep, perfect. Right, let's do it again on each side. We won't hang about. We'll do one on the left, one on the right, one on the right, one on the left. Hover the knees. So right leg, scorpion reach, up you go. To right leg side kick through. Pass through beast, drop the left heel, elbow high, toes reaching. Pivot back through to beast. Same on the other side. Left leg scorpion reach, drive it up and around into left leg side kick through. Pass through beast, right heel drops, left leg kicks, right elbow pulls back and high. Perfect, good. And return to beast. Panting. Okay, so I've not got Andrea here this morning. I'm always a bit wary with Andrea. She'd be like, why are you wary with me? She'll be watching this going, why? Because I'm worried about her shoulders. But for us, we're going to have a play with crab reach, yeah? So when Andrea's about, sorry, Andrea, I'm always a little bit wary of your shoulders and I take it dead steady. But because our shoulders are technically all right, technically, we can go a little bit quicker, all right? So we're going to start in crab. So come into crab first. Let's just play with the crab reach. So when you're doing the crab reach, you want your feet a little bit wider than hip distance, so a little bit wider than usual, gives you some room to move. Let's go right arm crab reach. So right hand comes in front of the face. You're looking through the hand. We lift the hips up, hand to the ceiling, head to the ceiling or face. And then you look down. You're reaching fingertips down, elbow out. And I'm trying to get my right shoulder stacked on top of my left. So I'm really trying to twist my upper body. Hand and head go to the ceiling, and then we lower the hips, and we're going to repeat on the other side. So same thing. Set crab, left arm crab reach, lift the hips, then the rotation, and then back through and down and back to crab. Okay, all right, so let's go from here. I'm going to do a left leg jumping under switch to right leg side kick through, same as we did yesterday, yeah? So left leg under switch first, switch legs into your side kick through. I'll pause here for you and catch up. Then we go right leg, jumping under switch to left leg, side kick through. Nicely done. Okay, now when we go into our jumping under switch, whichever hand is off the floor, we're going to keep it off and do a crab reach, right? So left leg jumping under switch, all the way over to a left arm crab reach. And lower it back down to your crab. How did that go? Yeah. Brilliant. All right, let's do it again. Oh, crab, we're starting in crab. All right, so set crab. So we go right leg jumping under switch to left leg side kick through. So right leg jumping under switch to left leg side kick through. Left leg jumping under switch to left arm crab reach. Back down to your crab and reset crab. Right, let's do it on the other side. So left leg, I'll start with left leg. Yeah, I did, I must have. No, start with left leg. All right, so left leg jumping under switch to right leg side kick through. Yeah, same thing. Left leg, switch to right, into your side kick through. Right leg jumping under switch, into right arm crab reach. Yes, return to crab. So let's keep going. So left leg under switch to left leg scorpion reach. Left leg under switch to side kick through. So it'll be your left leg side kick through. It comes down and through. And then pivot back to beast and lower the knees. Well done. Conscious of the time. I could keep you going like that for ages. Well done. Yeah, not bad. Been all over the place this morning. Right, let's finish off with our pretzel then. I'm gonna have to work out my timings better. So top knee, bottom leg, pull the bottom leg back, open the chest, breathe, etc. And then gently unravel yourself. And we'll go on the other side. So same thing, top knee, bottom ankle, pull the bottom leg out of the way and open the chest. And then slowly and gently unravel yourself. And we is done this morning. Hump day is done. So we'll see you tomorrow. Yes, we okay? Yeah, you get on all right with that? Not too confusing? Your brain wants to explode? Yeah, that's what makes it so good. It's really good for your brain apart from anything else because you can't think about anything else. All right, I'll speak to you tomorrow. See you later, chaps.